In October of 1995, a natural calamity of incredible violence struck trees that had stood firm for 400 years. Yet, in the destructive wake of Hurricane Opal, there is justice and a new form of beauty. It is found at the hands of a Cocke County craftsman with a keen sense of wood. As cleanup crews removed trees from the Great Smoky Mountains, a local guitar maker saw a treasure in his midst, spruce. Because for steel string guitars, though rare now, the wood of choice for the tops is big old spruce, says John Arnold.
Spruce has the highest velocity of sound of all woods, and it just makes the best soundboard. It has the truest tone when you build a guitar out of it. This particular wood was started growing in 1588. This is 1620 when Plymouth Rock was founded.
The guitar maker respects the material beyond its age.
We have two pairs here, and I've got them numbered so they match each other.
He listens to the wood.
Sustain than anything else.
He is attuned to its limits.
Cut to make it flexible so it can be bent to the shape of the guitar.
It teaches him the delicate balance of using just enough wood to make a guitar that brings into harmony touch, tone, and beauty.
It's the two book-matched halves.
And that's the Smoky Mountain spruce?
That's the spruce, right. Typical steel string guitar has 160 pounds of tension. The fact that this is a stiffer wood makes it hold up better underneath that pressure.
Woods like rosewood and others, now rare and endangered, used to be common in a good guitar. But local alternatives he's tested out please John's ear and eye.
This is cherry, which is not a rosewood sound, it's more like a maple type sound. Use walnut, is very much like mahogany sound-wise. And one of my favorites that I've just started to use is locust.
Another aspect of sound emerges by taking wood away. He cuts a sound hole, but it is a process to be completed by degrees.
The sound hole creates the air resonance of the guitar. It's like the resonance that you blow on a Coke bottle. And these rings around the hole reinforce the hole so the wood won't be susceptible to crack through the hole. Then after I glue the rosette in, then I can cut the hole out. It's my signature, so I can sign it any way I want to.
The guitar begins to take shape, but there is glue to dry. A room full of guitars to repair could fill the weight, or maybe another sense of wood to explore. We'll do just that next week on the Heartland series. One of John Arnold's guitars is back in the shop, but only to pick. With notes of praise from its owner.
It's real lightweight, and it plays real well.
John Arnold's search for a guitar's balance of tone and feel long ago pulled him away from a career as a mechanical engineer. It pushed him toward the undefined and unexpected. In that tempo, he chased the destructive force of Hurricane Opal in 1995 to a guitar maker's dream. Fallen 400-year-old Smoky Mountain spruce became a lifetime supply of raw material. Tone wood, which produces sound when it vibrates. In the progression toward tone, John shapes the guitar inside and out.
This has affects the sound of the guitar more than anything, except maybe selecting the wood itself. I have a theory about this function of these cross bracing, and I want to make it as stiff and as hard as I can, but make it as thin as I can. And the way to do that is use a real stiff hard wood like locust.
100 years may play upon the fretboard, made of ebony the hardest wood. The spaces between the guitar frets require unforgiving precision.
Every musician uses this same system.
Right, either that or they don't play in tune.
In the progression toward
guitar
tone,
on this
the
end over
luthier,
here.
as a stringed instrument maker is called, puts tool to wood in a way that is music to his ears.
This is mother of pearl, which is oyster shell from the ocean. There's the fret wire.
The end of a long journey.
Yeah, it's getting pretty exciting now. It's a little bit snug. Check and be sure the neck goes straight down the body. And the other thing is to check the neck angle. It's real important for playability.
Finally, each carefully measured step of the luthier's craft stands ready to come together.
It's about 9 thousandths there.
I'll not touch it.
I've never knocked one off. I've come close, I guess, but
Yeah, but you never built one with me standing around.
Beautiful to behold. But any guitar player will tell you looks are second fiddle to the sound. We'll hear it next week on the Heartland series.
looks great.
Many own and play a guitar. Few can claim intimacy with it like John Arnold. Of mostly cherry, locust, and spruce from Smoky Mountain Windfall, he has crafted a work of art.
Serial number is 45. This model is a D22 out of cherry.
It bears his signature, but he would not call it a masterpiece. For each guitar represents new experiments with wood and guitar-making technique.
So much of this is intuition. It's just you build one and you play it and you decide, well, I screwed up on this and that, and go back and do it over, and it's mostly just you're just learning from your mistakes.
The guitar's voice relies finely on the pieces that hold the strings, the bridge, glued on earlier, and the nut. They must be set perfectly.
Those grooves have to be cut very precisely where the strings are equally spaced. I'm checking the height of the strings here. It's really important that the strings are as low as possible here. It makes it easier to play.
Are you going to play it?
I'm going to put the end pin in, the crowning touch. The reason I countersink that hole first is so it won't chip it when I drill it with a big drill. And you can guess how I learned to do that by screwing one of them up. It takes it a while to settle down to where it'll stay in tune. I think he's about 14. I've never met the boy. His father is the one that asked me to build a guitar. And he had a sawmill, has a sawmill up in Virginia, and we got some logs from him.
He describes it as a basic all-around American guitar, suitable for blues to bluegrass and everything in between.
What does it feel like to have to give it up?
Feels like I need to make another one.
The guitar represents nearly 50 hours' work spread over several months. And while he may be ready to move to new experiments in the craft, the luthier enjoys this moment purely of his own creation.
It's a new song for a new guitar.